going to start lying on your back. Soles of your feet on the mat, knees pointing up to the sky. Feel your feet comfortable distance apart, heels underneath your knees. Allow your arms to rest at their sides, gently shimmering your shoulders down your back away from your ears. Start by taking some slow, deep breaths. Nice slow inhale through your nose, and a slow exhale out of your nose or your mouth. Allow your pelvis to fully relax here. Allow your lower back to gently find its most neutral position. Taking 2 more slow, deep breaths on your inhale, allow your belly to rise towards the sky. On your exhale, let your belly fall. 1 more deep breath. Then gently draw your right knee in towards your chest. Allow your left leg to go long. Just fully relaxing through the left leg. You can either place your hands on top of your shin or underneath your calf, grabbing onto the underside of your thigh. If you feel any pressure on your knee, I suggest allowing your hands to rest on your thigh instead of your shin. I'm going to place my hands back on my shin. Soften your shoulders, continuing to allow your lower back to soften and relax, trying to remain as neutral in your lower back as possible. Continue focusing on your breath, bringing your awareness and attention to each inhale and each exhale. Taking 1 more full deep breath here. Breathe in, let your belly rise towards your thigh. Exhale, let the belly fall. And very slowly start to drag the left leg back in. Switching sides, pulling left knee gently in towards your chest as the right leg goes long. Take a moment to soften your shoulders. Just double check that you're not allowing any tension to build in your shoulders. And again, you can hold over the shin or underneath the calf, grabbing onto the back of the thigh if that feels better for your knee. And choose what feels best to you. We'll take a few slow, deep breaths here. I'm going to be quiet for a moment just so you can have a few breaths on your own, listening to the sound of your breath entering and exiting your body. And 1 more full deep breath here. Again, on your inhale, let your belly rise towards your thigh. On your exhale, let your belly fall. And we'll do the right side again. So bringing the other knee into your chest, let the left leg go long and relax. Moving into a gentle supine twist, use your left hand to gently guide your right knee across your body. Reach your right arm out to the side from your shoulder, palm facing down. And just let yourself gently give into gravity. Your shoulder can come up slightly. Try not to allow the shoulder to lift really high off the mat. Keep it kind of close to the mat, but mine is lifting up gently. And most likely, your right knee is not going to touch the floor at all, and that's okay. You don't need it to touch the floor. You don't need to push anything here. Really let gravity do the work for you. Big breath, let your belly expand with the inhale. Exhale, release all the stale air out. And gently come back to center. Give the right knee 1 little hug in, 1 more time, and then switching sides. Left knee draws in, right leg long. Take a moment to just soften your shoulders. Make sure there's no tension there. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, once again, guide your left knee across your body. Reach your left arm out to the side. palm facing down. And just let gravity do the work. You don't need to do anything. Gravity is your friend here. Gravity is gently pulling you towards the earth. And my left shoulder is coming up just a little bit. My left knee is nowhere near the floor, and that's perfectly fine. Just find where your body wants to land. Deep breath in, belly expands. Full breath out. I'll let you take one more deep breath here at your own pace. And slowly come back to center. You'll bring both knees into your chest now. Really gentle, you don't need to pull in too hard. Just give a real gentle rock, a little self-massage. This should probably feel pretty good. Like you're massaging the lower back, the top of your glutes. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently rock yourself over onto one side. Push yourself up and come into a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, fingers spread nice and wide. We're going to start to cat-cow. Inhale as you arch your back and look up. Exhale as you round. Gently push the floor away. Tuck your chin into your chest. Allow your belly to contract here, gently engaging those abdominal muscles. Inhale, let your belly relax. Arch and look up. And again, we're just trying to move gently here. You don't need to push yourself to any extreme. Exhale as you round, chin gently into chest, like your nose is going to touch your pelvis. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale as you round. And then come through neutral. Extend your right leg behind you, tuck your toes under, and just gently shift back and forth. The tips of your toes press into your heel. Tips of your toes press into your heel. Do that 2 more times. And then switch sides. Extend your left leg back, tuck the toes under, just a little gentle shift forward and back. Keeping your neck neutral, your jaw soft. Sometimes we tense up the jaw and we don't realize it, so allow the jaw to soften as you breathe in and breathe out. One more. And then we're going to take a child's pose. Bring your knees a little wider than your hips. You can go as wide as you like here. Let it be really comfortable. Your big toes touch. And then gently start to send your hips back to your heels. If you have any knee discomfort, you can stack your fists and place your forehead on top of your stacked fists. But if you can send your hips all the way back to your heels, go ahead and send your hips all the way back to your heels, extending your arms out in front of you, gently resting your forehead onto the mat. Take a moment to fully soften your shoulders. Most likely your hips are not actually going to touch your heels. You're just trying to bring your hips as far back towards your heels as you can. And take a deep breath, expanding your belly like your belly is a balloon expanding between your inner thighs. Exhale all that breath out. One more big breath here. Breathe in, fill up. Feel like your lower back is expanding with your breath as well. We're going to create a C shape with our spines. Walk your hands over to the right. If you're on a mat, just gently pass the right side of your mat. And gently send your left hip closer to your left heel, resting your forehead on the mat. Should feel a deeper stretch through the left side of your lower back. Taking a deep breath in, fill up. Full breath out. Deep breath in, fill up. Full breath out. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Walk your hands over to the left, creating that C curve shape of your spine to the left now. Letting your right hip shift closer towards your right heel as you gently rest your forehead onto the mat. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. Big breath in, fill your belly. Big breath out. And gently walk your hands back through center and find downward facing dog. Come onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Keep your knees bent to start as you send your hips back behind you towards the sky and back behind you, allowing your head to fully relax between your arms. Give your head a little gentle shake, yes. Give your head a little gentle shake, no. And shake it out, yes. Keeping your knees bent for now. Spread your fingers wide, let your shoulders relax. Then gently start to pedal through your heels. Bend one knee and then the other as one heel reaches for the mat and the other. Your heels may touch the mat, they may not. Not anything you need to worry about. Just pedal for a moment, stretching out your calves, your Achilles tendons. Breathing in and breathing out. Then inhale, both heels lift high. Exhale, both heels make their way towards the mat. If you notice my heels are not fully touching the mat, you can even keep your knees bent here if that feels better. Allow your head to really relax, neck fully relaxed. Take a deep breath in, fill up. Deep breath out. Step your right foot up in between your hands. If you need to help it up there, go ahead, pick it up, put it up there so your knee is directly over your ankle. Drop your back knee. You can keep your toes tucked, which keeps a little bit of pressure out of your left knee, or you can untuck the toes. Do what feels best for you. And you're welcome to keep your fingertips on the mat, framing your right foot, or you can bring your hands to your thigh. Do what feels best for you in this moment. I'm going to keep my fingertips on the floor. Take a moment again to soften your shoulders, relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in, fill up. Full breath out. Then if your hands are on your thigh, bring your hands back down to the mat to frame your front foot. Placing your left hand on the mat inside of your right foot, extend your right arm straight up to the sky for a little gentle spinal twist here. Soften your shoulders, let that tension go. Deep breath in, fill up. Big breath out. Float the hand down, taking a hamstring stretch, half split. Start to extend your right leg as you walk your hands back to frame your right shin. Soften your shoulders, let that tension go. Nice little flex in your foot. If you want to grab your toes and give them a little pull back, you can, but you don't have to. I'm just taking a couple of deep breaths here. Breathe in, fill up. Breathe out. And when you're ready, re-bend the front knee. Tuck your back toes. Come back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a moment to plant your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Allow your head to relax in between your arms. Stepping your left foot up in between your hands. Again, if you need help, pick it up, put it up there so your knee is directly over your ankle. Drop your back knee. Toes can be tucked or untucked. It's up to you. If you want to place your hands on your thigh, go ahead. I'm going to place my hands on the mat, framing my left foot. And breathing here for a moment. Nice full deep breath in. Full breath out. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Coming into that spinal twist, plant your hand. Extend your arm up to the sky. Soften your shoulders. Just like your shoulders are melting down your back away from your ears as you breathe in. And breathe out. And frame your front foot. Extend your front leg into that half split position, walking your hands back a bit so that they frame your shin. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. Deep breath in, fill up. Big breath out. And if you want to grab onto your toes, if that's accessible to you, you can gently pull the toes back for a bit of a deeper stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once again, re-bend your knee over your ankle, tuck your back toes, come to downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back, allow your head to soften. You can always give your head a little shake yes, little shake no. And then coming back onto your hands and knees, we'll do a stretch for the upper back. Finding that tabletop position. Inhale, open up your chest, reaching your right arm towards the sky. Thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, resting your right ear and right shoulder on the mat. You can keep your left hand pressing down into the mat. You can also extend it out in front of you, similar to your child's pose. If you want to go a step deeper, you can extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. You'll feel more pressure in your right shoulder if you do that. You can also take what we call a half bind here, letting your palm face outwards, trying to rest the back of your left hand on your right hip. Do what feels best for you here. I'm going to extend my left arm out in front of me. Again, just taking a few deep breaths. If you have your left arm out or up, place it underneath your shoulder again, pressing into the left palm to reach your right arm up to the sky. You can even circle that arm around a little bit if that feels good for you. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts towards the sky. Thread the needle, left arm underneath your right armpit, resting your left shoulder and left ear on the mat. You can, again, simply press into your palm. Extend the arm out in front of you. Maybe you want to reach it up towards the sky. Again, that's a bit more, it's a deeper stretch, but it's a bit more pressure in your shoulder. Or maybe turn your right palm to face back, resting the back of the hand on your left hip. Once again, I'm going to reach my arm out in front of me. I'm just resting here for a few deep breaths. One more big breath here, just allowing, again, yourself to melt into the mat. Gravity is always pulling you to the earth. Allow gravity to pull you to the earth right now. Gravity is definitely your friend in yoga. Placing your right palm underneath your right shoulder so you can lift yourself up, left arm reaches towards the sky. If you want to give it a little circle, go ahead, give it a little circle in each direction. And then as you're ready, you're going to come back onto your back. Resting in our starting position with the soles of your feet on the mat, knees point up to the sky. And heel toe your feet a little bit wider than your hips. If you're on a yoga mat, probably about mat distance apart, extend your arms out to the sides in a T. And we're going to mimic a windshield wiper on a car. So both knees are going to drop to the right, and then both knees drop to the left like a windshield wiper. You're going to go slow here, moving with your breath. Nice full deep breaths in, deep breaths out. If you want to stop on one side for a couple of breaths, you absolutely can. Again, just allowing gravity to do the work. There's nothing you need to do other than surrender to gravity's pull. And keep observing your breath. Full breath in, full breath out. If you stayed on one side for a while, switch sides. If you prefer the constant movement, that's fine. Keep moving side to side if that feels good for you. And if you've been on one side for a while, go back to the side-to-side movement. Just a few more times. Breathing in, fill up with the breath, with the oxygen. Exhale the breath out. Let that breath feel like a releasing, letting go of something. When you're ready, heel toe your feet back to hips distance. Bring both knees into your chest. One more time. If it feels good to give a little rock side to side. Even can rock in little circles, placing your hands on top of your kneecaps and just using your hands to guide your knees in little circles. Go a few times in one direction and then a few times in the other, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then if you have time to give yourself maybe a 3 to 5 minute Shavasana, corpse pose, resting on your back. You can simply just lie flat, letting your feet flop out to the sides, palms face up in a receptive gesture. If you have a bolster or a pillow or even a rolled up blanket, that can feel really good for your lower back, giving it a little bit of extra support, just placing your knees over your bolster. You could also do a legs up the wall with or without a bolster. You can simply turn yourself towards a wall, letting your hips move almost all the way to the wall and then resting your legs on the wall or even a chair. And if you have a bolster, you can always grab the bolster, place it underneath your hips, and then let your legs once again rest on the wall or even a chair or the top of a table, whatever you have close by. And you can give yourself those 3 to 5 minutes to rest here. When you're done, just simply slowly allow yourself to get up